Hey guys, this is Don't Starve, a new indie survival game. By new, I mean newer. Been trying to do reviews on other games. This one only works when windowed, and if I full screen it, Fraps will no longer recognize it as a game. So, we're doing windowed for now. I have played this a lot. I've gotten past like day 60, something like that. Survived through a winter. So I know what I'm doing for the most part. And hopefully you will gain some knowledge from this experience too. And because I've said that, I'm going to die early on. It will happen. Save the flowers because picking them can actually restore your sanity later. Once that starts getting low, you're going to get as nervous as your character does. Scare the birds, because they can drop seeds. And don't eat the seeds. I mean, early on it's okay to eat them, but later you can plant them, and it'll actually allow you to grow crops, which gives you a lot better food. Really, if you're going to be growing crops, though, you're going to need a... Oh, toggle in this game. You're going to need to find beefalo. And that's really one of the hardest parts about this game, finding the beefalo. Because there's usually only like one savanna that'll harbor them on any given map. And finding that is just a pain in the ass. Gather any carrots and that type of food that you can find. They tend to not respawn. I don't know if they respawn at all, but if they do, it's not frequently. Okay, I've got stuff for an axe. Need one flint, some sticks. First thing you're going to want to do, get some wood. Because when night falls, if you don't have a fire, you die. There's no second chances here. You die. It's got a cool reference to Zork, though. What I'm going to be trying to do for the next couple in-game days, as you can see up here. I don't know if you can see my cursor by my frap settings, but top right there over day one. You're good until the end of the red. Don't build a fire at the start of dusk, because you lose the same amount of sanity and you're in no danger. It's just a waste. Because you're running on a path right now. Actually makes you run faster. If you can find a path, I'd say go for it. I'm not going to try to jinx myself, but this looks like it could be a savanna. If I found beefalo this early on, I'm going to be upset. And yeah, I have unlocked other characters because I have played this a lot, but I'm just showing you guys what you're going to be doing. First thing with Wilson. Don't eat the mushrooms, by the way. I'm sure you've seen them a couple times as I've run by. They decrease your sanity by like 50, and your starting level is 200, so it's really bad. Don't eat the mushrooms. Later on, if you ever make a crock pot, you can use them as a minor ingredient in things, and it won't make you crazy so long as it's not a mushroom-based item. Like 3 meats and or 3 morsels that you get from rabbits and birds. And the mushroom will just create meatballs. And that's fine to eat. But mushrooms themselves, even cooked, don't do it. Grass is always invaluable. You can make rope, you can make grass barriers. They're really always useful. So if you want to gather a whole bunch of grass, go for it. I always do. But really we're going to try to make our home on a savanna. It's going to take some time, but you can actually burn poop. I know that sounds like a horribly appealing option there, burning poop, but it allows you to not have to search out trees. So you can plant forests and keep them, either to burn for charcoal or as a defense mechanism against giant spiders. This game really just tries to eat you whole, so we'll get into more advanced things as the time arrives for that. I don't see any beefalo here, so it's unlikely there are any. Savannas are usually a lot bigger than this. Oh, hell yeah. If you find one of these, that's a 1-up. If I die, I'll respawn here. So I'm going to want to make a chest there later on with some earmuffs and stuff in case I die in winter. Because if you're in winter and you're outside without warming items, you'll die. This game's rough. It's like a checkpoint. Alright, another grasslands. Pay close attention to my day meter, because I am watching it like a hawk. You always have to when it's getting to nighttime, because you don't want to waste your wood. Just don't want to do it. Alright. Good time for a campfire. It's important to note that you're going to need multiple logs to last out the entire night. I just set something on fire. If you burn down trees, you'll get charcoal, which is actually really, really useful. But we don't need it for now. So what I'm going to do in this fire is I'm going to actually cook this food, because it'll provide more nutritional value. Berries, you just cook. Berries aren't good for planting, even though you'd think they would be. Eat those. And our belly's nice and happy. I'm used to playing on the strong man who has a bigger stomach, so I just wasted a couple food items. Don't worry, the nights do get more interesting as your camps become more advanced. Alright, time to check this out a bit more. Don't get excited with every grassland you find, because very rarely is a grassland actually a savanna. It's great if you find a savanna early on. Like, if you spawn in a savanna, then you are the king. But it's pretty rare. I'm going to stop hoarding grass because I'm into my second stack. But it really is a good thing to have. I can't stress that enough. See, that's also not a savanna. We've gone through 2 grasslands. These, I don't always recommend using. It will drop your sanity, but I'm going to use it, see where it goes. First time I used one of these, I thought it brought me to a new map, but actually, you're on the same map. You're just far away. I just traveled a great distance. So great that I honestly cannot even see how far it was. Yeah, picking flowers will up your sanity 5 per flower. So when you've done something stupid... Oh, ho, ho! Oh! This is a savanna. These are beefalo. This is beautiful. Now, twice a year, beefalo will be aggressive. But it's only for about 3 days to a week. And, God, that's beautiful. I've never found one this soon. You're just going to want to stay walled off and be really careful when you collect their dung. Now, there are 2 upsides to being near the beefalo. 3, I guess. 1, dung. You know, it's a free, burnable source that you're going to be able to use after you get a fire pit, which just takes some rocks. I'm going to go mine some more rocks in a second, and I'll show you. You don't even need grass at that point. You can just burn the manure. Also, though, they will... Okay, 4. You can make a farm out of the dung for your seeds. They will help when the dogs attack. Now every, I believe it's 3 to 10 days, or 7 to 10 days, something like that, wolves will attack you. They'll come out of nowhere, and your creature, or not your creature, your character will give you a warning that they're on their way. But they will come. And what you need to do is just stay away from them, unless you have very good armor and a very good weapon. I have never successfully fought them off. The monsters in this game are extremely powerful. Run until they aggro on the beefalo. And then when they aggro on one beefalo, it'll aggro the entire herd. So basically, just by being near them, you have this safety net where if anything tries to fuck with you, you can hopefully change its aggro to the beefalo. Which seems like kind of a dick move, but it's just, you know, you're doing it to survive. God, I don't remember what my original rotation was. I think it's this. Doesn't really matter, but I like to keep it. These can be used as a food source, but because of their other, you know, vast qualities, I wouldn't recommend you try to kill them, especially because the entire herd, as I stated earlier, will aggro on you. If something else kills them, go ahead and just take the meat, because the meat actually has a lot of nutritional value, but don't kill them. They're really something you're going to want. Looking out for any rocks right now that I can find. Rocks are somewhat rare outside of quarries. You can find them in grasslands, and you can find them really anywhere else, but they are most common in quarries and rocky areas. Path ends. Alright. Just gonna go ahead and get back to camp. Seeds. And I am, unfortunately, going to be obligated to eat these seeds. Don't really want to, because they really are an invaluable resource, but getting a little bit hungry here. I'm at almost half hunger. Let's just start up a fire. And then we'll drop some turds on it. Grab these seeds before it gets too dark. The rain does actually affect your fire. It will make it go out more quickly, which is as big of a dick move as it seems. Seeds don't restore very much hunger, but they're fairly easy to come by in the spring. They're nearly impossible to find in any season outside of that, really. Fall and winter will have none, and also none of your crops will grow. So you're going to need a reliable food source that really is meat-based. What I did was I trapped rabbits. I had like 8 traps out, and I would really just get as many of those as I could. Let's use traps. They're good for a couple uses, but they only work on rabbits, so I'm going to have to find another grassland or go back. Petals don't restore anything. They're just what you get from picking flowers. They might restore health, actually. I think they restore like 1 or 2. It's not a healing item that you're going to want to be actually using. It's almost morning. Oh, birdie at the seeds, okay. That can happen, and that will happen. It's just something you really can't avoid. Oh. Okay, let me show you this. This is one creature that you need to fight. They suck. They suck hard. Wait for them to attack. Crush them. They are not scary at all. You can eat the monster meat. I don't recommend it. Kill this. If you don't kill these, they spawn like a giant queen spider, and that's actually what killed me on my longest survival run. That spider. She wiped out an entire village of pigmen, and then my entire beefalo herd, and just kept going. Made it all the way through to me. So, don't let those live. Ever. Because they'll kill you and you'll regret it. I need to find a quarry. I'm probably going to go on an expedition until I can find one of those. What is that? Weird. I'll cook it later. Don't eat it. Well. Oh. Sweet. If you find a mandrake, eat that shit. That's great. Refills your hunger and it refills your health. I got max sanity too. Something interesting about these guys. I don't know if it works when you feed them petals, but you can... Yeah, it does. When you feed them produce, they will poop. If you spam click like I just did, you can get a whole bunch. This is one thing you can do if you can't find any beefalo. Feed the pigs vegetarian stuff. These are gold rocks. They're actually better to find than what I was expecting. You really, really, really want those. They're great. That's what's going to allow me to build a science machine once I get back to camp. And a science machine is what allows me